Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing this project in phases. So the first phase, I've already started this phase, and it's the mechanical phase. And the mechanical phase is the stepper motors, the belts, tensioners. I'm going to do some other stuff I'll show you in a couple seconds, but I've already done a couple upgrades already. Like I said, I'm just getting everything dialed in like it was all loose. So I'm just getting all the mechanical stuff dialed in first. And then I'll go back, and the next video will be like electrical. All the wiring, the stepper motor controls, you know, the control box, taking that apart, adding a MOSFET transistor. But so one of the first things I did was I fixed this Y-axis. Like it originally had like a crappy little, you know, little wing nut on there. So I printed this out with my printer bot, and that's in PETG material. And I also put like the better clamp down there, right there if you can see it. Not a lot of light down there. The better belt holder. Then I also did the X-axis. You know, you just twist this thing. You can see the belt going up and down. So that right there. So a better tensioner for that thing, because this thing actually never had a tensioner right here. So got that going. And I forgot to show you that one. That's how that one works. You just twist it. It's like an internal screw mechanism. I'll put links to the project files if you're interested in wanting to do this. But alright, so the next phase, the next thing that really kind of bothers me about this printer is these are notorious for doing this. See how loose that is up there? The carriage, the X-carriage. So actually, I printed out a new one with my printer bot in PETG. So that's going to hopefully, it's going to give me an adjustable wheel on the bottom here, which is then going to keep this thing tight, and that's what I need here. And I'm also going to be changing the fan shroud and an improved fan thing here. Like this duct is not specific. This duct is too general. It's not putting it's not spraying right at the tip where it needs it. So I'm going to change that. And I need to actually get my filament tube right here. The they call it PETF or something like that. I can't remember. But Bowden tube, I guess. And then I'll show you the hot end too on this thing. It's interesting looking hot end. I don't know if it's I mean, it kind of looks like a micro Swiss, or micro Swiss makes one that looks like it. But it looks like same thing. It looks exactly like the CR10, Creality CR10 hot end. But I might or might not replace that with the E3D version 6, or a clone knockoff, whatever. I actually do have one of those already. This originally was for my going to be for the printer bot. I was going to do that, put it in the printer bot. But I guess I could always put it in here if I wanted to. But well, it's a knockoff. It's not the real one. It's a clone. It's a Amazon part there. Alright, so we get that going, and then I'll show you as I go. Next phase. Alright guys, so I think I figured out finally who makes this hot end, or at least it's a clone of. I think it's a Prometheus hot end, and this is basically just a Chinese clone of that hot end. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. This is the X-carriage right here. And I'm going to take all the fans off here. And see this adjuster here? That's the weird adjuster that keeps this thing tight on there. And it's kind of hard to get to because you have to take this fan shroud off to get to it. But this is the new one I have right here. And took me probably about 6 hours to print all this stuff out, or more. And it's cool. It has actually an integrated belt stop right there. And it has an adjustable from the bottom via Allen screw, you know, the holder, the tensioner for the carriage. So then I also have the new fan shroud, which I'm going to mount all the fans to. And that's my little fan cover. I tried to sand that a little bit to make it a little bit more smooth, but alright, we'll see how it looks. So I gotta take all this stuff off and move it over, the wheels and everything. So alright, so when I come back, this will be mounted on the X-carriage. Alright guys, there it is. So, no more slop. I don't want to dress it too super tight right now, but yeah, there's like no slop anymore. I can keep on tightening it until it's totally tight. Tighten maybe a little bit more. I think it's fine. Compared to the way it was before, it was insane. But yeah, I can keep on tightening at the bottom. There's some Allen screws that will make this thing totally tight. Yeah, it was actually kind of a total headache getting the the belts in there. See those belts how they wrap around in there? It's also nice because it keeps the belts tight up underneath it too. You know, before it was like the belt was hanging underneath of it, you know, like lower. So, alright, so now that I got that done, almost done here. I got all the cables taken care of. Now I got to work on the filament tube here. And also maybe a spool holder up top here that feeds into like a PTFE tube. Something like that. So I'm actually working on that next. Right now I'm worrying on doing filament and spool. So, and then when I'm done with that, do electrical. So I'm actually doing some pretty cool upgrades with this thing. So I'm going to be putting a capacitive leveling sensor here. So that's what this is for. And wire that in. So almost done mechanical. Cool. Alright guys, have the Bowden tube on there, and sorry, the floor is a mess, and in the house. So this is going to be the end of this video, the mechanical portion of it. I am printing out a spool holder for the top here. I'll show you that. It's a pretty tricked out one with ball bearings, but it's going to take me a couple days to print that out because they're big parts. So, but I got to move on to the electrical portion of this series, and I have a MOSFET to install and a capacitive sensor, so that's going to go right there. Alright, so it's looking good. I like the way this turned out, the whole mesh screen and the whole new carriage. So, alright guys, awesome.